Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great but humble honor to be with you on this historic day where we commemorate those South Africans who sacrificed their lives when the SS Mendi tragically sank 100 years ago. Most importantly, we are here to honor and to memorialize all South Africans who perished so far away from their homes and from their loved ones. On the 16th of January 1917, the SS Mendi troopship sailed from Cape Town en route to Le Havre in France, carrying the last contingent of the South African Native Labour Corps, comprising 805 African privates, 5 white officers, 17 non-commissioned officers, and 33 crew members. On that fateful morning of the 21st February, in the icy waters of Southampton, another ship, the SS Darrow, collided with the SS Mendi, which went down within 20 minutes. The 4 were washed ashore in the Netherlands. 1 is interned in Hastings, 1 in France, and in this Hollybrook Cemetery. We should always be comforted by the fact that all of them never feared death. Today, pride and honor belong to their fellow sailors, to the families, and to our two nations, because these men of the SS Mendi deliberately chose not to fear death. This native corps was no rack and tag collection of adventurers. They were brave young men who had responded to a call by the African political leadership of the time to voluntarily heed the call to serve. They were the sons of brave fathers who had taken part in the wars of resistance. They had been specifically recruited to learn and gain experience on how wars were fought in other parts of the world. Honored guest, while Reverend Isaac Waichop Jopa's words of encouragement to the dying men will capture the last 20 minutes of their lives, it was the fact that they left the shores of our African continent to fight in a war that had less to do with their own material conditions at home. They joined to help a global community as brothers in arms to make the world safe for all its people, with the requirement that they not be armed even with their rudimentary assegais. The only weapon at their disposal to face their imminent death was to drill the death drill. They did this drill because they knew even before they left the African shores that death is a moral hazard of a soldier's profession. Honored guest, this event was indeed a tragic one, but humanity teaches us that we should be able to draw lessons even from our worst human experiences. It is thanks to these men whose lives we commemorate today that they were among the pathfinders in this field of logistics. As a relatively new democracy, we have embraced as South Africa the lessons of our past so as to inform our present and help us to determine our future. As part of acknowledging this past, in July 2016, our President presided over the centenary commemoration of the Battle of Delville Wood in France. On that occasion, the President unveiled a memorial wall bearing the engraved names of all South Africans who fell during World War I to ensure that the historical role played by South Africans of all races in the First and Second World Wars is awarded the necessary recognition. Honored guests, it will be remiss of us if we did not pay tribute, which I now do, to the grandchildren and great-grandchildren of the brave soldiers of the SS Mendi who have graced this occasion today. I am pained that for some of them, they never got an opportunity which is respected in the African tradition of being able to bury the bone of your next of kin. This was occasioned by the fact that the Choppy Sea of Southampton, Xhosa poet S.E.K. Mqhayi, on his take of the sinking of the SS Mendi, and I quote, "Be consoled, all you orphans. Be consoled, all young widows. Somebody has to die so that something can be built. Somebody has to serve so that others can live." With these words we say, be consoled. This is how we build ourselves as ourselves. Remember the saying of the old people, nothing comes down without coming down, close quote. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll request that we bow our heads and have a moment of silence to our fallen heroes.